Vladimir, first question again. Look, after the result against Sheffield Wednesday in the weekend, obviously from one end it was a clean sheet, so it was a good result from that aspect. But only 2 goals in 3 games. So do you feel like you need to improve in terms of going forward and creating more chances to be successful this season?
Yes, we have to improve our game in attacking for sure, because we work good in the last 35 minutes, 40 minutes of the game against Sheffield. First 50 minutes it was not good for sure, because we create maybe one half chance in the first half. What is the reason? We need to find the reason, and we need to improve. We need to play from the first until the last second of the game on the same rhythm, and we want to do it. I know that it's not easy to do it. It's the beginning of the season, but day by day our physical condition must go up, and normally some tactical movement we need to fix it, and expect from all of us to work day by day properly and to improve our game.
What have you learned in those opening 2 games against Middlesbrough and Sheffield Wednesday?
How I said, and after these 2 games, that we didn't have a good movement, especially when we have the ball possession. We didn't do the movement what we practice, and these things have to come easy with a lot of work, with a lot of practice what we have to do, and we need to do the synchronized movement between our players, what need to be on the both way, and with the ball and without the ball. I mean, to how we work in defense all together. That means we need to work in offense with the ball all together. Every time the attack starts from the keeper and our defensive line starts for 2 strikers. I mean, this is something what we try to do, and we need to improve some details and in the both way. But most of the working will need to be now in our attacking movement.
It's a different this week, midweek as well. Newport Town, but they pose a sort of a different threat because it's a cup game. Now, last year in the FA Cup, they went sort of on a very sort of historic run. They beat Middlesbrough, they beat Leicester in the FA Cup. So they kind of come into this as a sort of cup specialist, as you could turn around and say. How do you sort of adjust to the cup game now, as it's a different type of threat?
It's different competition, but for us every game is important, because we want to grow all together game by game, and we want to improve. How I said before, our game. When you play against one team in the cup, doesn't matter from which competition, which league coming this club. You need to give a respect for this club, full respect. But normally we know what is our target, and our target is to qualify in the next stage. That means we need to work hard tomorrow and to give our best to achieve this victory and to pass in the next round.
When I spoke to you, spoke about Troy Deeney's future. And you said to me at the time that he was still recovering from injury. He was still trying to work his way up in terms of fitness-wise. With only a few weeks sort of left in the transfer window, you expecting Troy Deeney to remain a Watford player past October?
Troy Deeney is with us. He's worked with us today, full practice after a long period. That means now he's available to work. It depends on his physical condition when we will start to use him. If will something happen until the end of the transfer window, will happen. If not, normally he will stay with us. That means now he's our player. He is ready to play. In his mind, he's ready to play. This is very important for me, that the player want to play. Now it depends on his physical condition. When he will be available and ready to play for the team, I will start to use him. Normal.
Is that what is important for you in terms of the players that you're selecting at this moment in time? Because there are still players being linked away from the club. Gerard Deulofeu, Danny Welbeck, obviously still Watford players, but we haven't seen them play as of yet this season. So I ask you, is that what was important for you in terms of what you're going to keep with your team this year?
But listen, to be honest, I am from the beginning. I have information about them that they are first of all injured, and normally that have possibility they will move from the club. That means in this moment I cannot counter on them. That means I'm start from the first day, my first day here, to thinking about the player who is available to play. Okay, now what's going to happen until the end of the transfer window, or if they will be with us or no. From the moment when I have one player and when he's ready to play for the Watford FC, I start to counter on them and start to thinking about him. Until the moment when he's in another group, because of different reasons, I don't counter on him and I don't think about him.
I can understand that. I was there, Vladimir, when Watford signed Ismaïla Sarr and the importance of it being the record transfer win fee and all the rest of it, and how important it was for the club. Have you spoken to him about his future?
You asked me about the Sarr, yes?
Yes,
it's an important player for us, and this is the guy, very positive, and he's worked hard every day with us. That means with him is a different situation. He's available to play, and now it depends of us when we will start to use him, because he missed the big part of the preseason. But in the last 2 weeks he worked hard day by day, and I hope that he will be soon with us, and we will counter on him. And it's the same like Deeney now. If something will happen in the transfer window with him, and if he will move, it will happen. If not, he will stay here and he will work with us.
My final one to you, it's a bit of, let's say, unclarity between teams this weekend as to whether or not to take the knee or not to take the knee. We saw QPR make a statement during their game against Coventry as to sort of cementing their support for the Black Lives Matter movement, but explaining why they did not take a knee. I just wanted to know, obviously, you being one of the managers within the Championship, what conversations have you had with your players, and what are you going to do going forward?
No, but we should do it. We should do it, and we want to do it, and we did it until now every time. This is respect, and first of all, I ask from all players to respect everyone. This is our philosophy, and we'll continue to do it every next game. I mean, this is something normal for us. We will not change our mentality and our respectful for everyone.
Thank you so much, Vladimir.
Thank you.
Vladimir, hello, it's Adam. I hope you're well.
Hello, Adam.
I just wanted to check just the makeup of your squad for tomorrow. Is it going to be very similar to the Oxford game?
Yes, it will be similar to the Oxford game. We'll use some of the players from under 20, 22, 23. That means some of them will be with us tomorrow, and some of our players, normal, who will coming after some break because of injury, because of the quarantine, and normally some of the players who played in the previous games.
Can you name any names of the players that have been outside the group that will now be back? Because obviously there's been quite a few, but just, I mean, I don't know if it's too early for Troy or Ismaïla or.
It's too early for Troy. It's too early because he's just started to work with us, and after one break of 3 weeks, he's not ready to play tomorrow. Yes, but he's worked today hard, and he will work day by day to come on the good level, physical level, to can help us. I hope that will be soon.
And in terms of Sarr, is he in your thoughts for tomorrow, or maybe?
Sarr is available to play. Sarr is available to play now. It will be a decision if we will take him or not for the game tomorrow, or maybe for the game on Saturday. We will see now.
Okay. And I know there's a lot of list of players, but what's the situation currently with Luis Suarez?
With Luis Suarez is a situation that he has COVID. He stay out. Now he's on the situation that he's come back after this break of 10 days, and he need to come on the good shape to see if he's ready to follow his physical condition to be ready to play. Now, until now, he's still not ready to play.
Okay, and he has obviously, and I know that a lot of the transfer dealings are, outside of your remit on the whole, but he has also been linked with a move away. Is your understanding that he is going to be someone that you are going to still have after the transfer window, or is it uncertain?
I believe that some of the players who is here and who don't play it until now, they will be available to play in the next games. Now, when I said in the next games, that I mean in the next 1 month. depend of their physical condition and depends normally of the transfer window, because how I understand we have some of the players who waiting transfer window to finish and to see what's going to happen with them, because for some of them still is not clear situation. And normally we expect that I expect that some of the new players will come in some position where we need the players and will give me the option to can use some of the new guys who will join us.
I just wanted to ask you one question just about the central defensive unit, because I know that we spoke about it after the game against Sheffield Wednesday about William Troost-Ekong potentially coming in from Udinese. I don't know if that has been finalised or not yet. You may be able to tell me. Has that moved forward? Are you expecting him to come this week?
To be honest, I cannot tell you something more than what answer I gave to you in the 2-3 days ago. That means if something happened, we will know, and I will know, and you will you will have information about that. In this moment, I have 5 central defenders who work with me. This is Cabasele, this is the Craig Cathcart, Craig Dawson, Sierra Alta, and Ben Wilmot. And these 5, we have one guy from the under 23 who work with us, is Derek, and I counter on these players in this position. That means until now, this is the 6 guys who is available to play.
How have you assessed how they've done I know there's been lots of different players playing in the 3 positions. But overall, in terms of your defensive unit, are you happy with how they have started the season?
Yeah. So if we played the 2 games in the championship, and it's a finish with clean sheet. That means we are the defensive movement and defensive ability of one team is not depends just on the 3 central defender. It depends on the whole team. And for me, it's important and striker work defensively. This is what we ask from them. What the team need to do, they need to do it. That means what we work every day here during the practice, and the movement and the position what they should have, they need to follow the instruction, and they need to be on the they need to be available to do the best job for the team. Normally it's 10 players plus goalkeeper. And I ask from them to work all together, and in defensive movement and in attacking movement. That means I don't want to split the group now from defensive player because we didn't concede a goal and they work good, and maybe the other guys doesn't work good. No, we work together in the both way. That means we work much better in defensive movement than in attacking movement, and this is something what everybody can understand about after our 2 games. We score 1 goal in the 2 games. We concede 0. That means we need to improve our attacking movement and our attacking game for sure.
And just one final one from me. Are you expecting new signings to be in place before this weekend? So I know we're not sure about defensively, but maybe a left-sided defender. Is that the plan at the moment or not?
Believe me that for me it's important to have some of the players not tomorrow, yesterday to have it. Okay. Because I want to have the player who will work with me and who will knows what the team asks from them and what they need to do. That means it's very difficult to bring someone and to put him to play immediately. He needs to adapt in the team work, in the team tactic, and this is something what yes, I expect that some of them will be with me as fast as possible, because we have some position where we need the player to help us and to give me option to use him.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Vladimir, what have you made of the championship so far? Has it met your expectations? Is the quality higher or lower, or the intensity? What do you make of it?
The intensity is strong. The intensity is in a very high level. That means we worked. I worked with my team to improve some part of our condition and our game in transition games, where we need to do a lot of job, and it's the team is close each other. Don't have a big difference between the quality. I mean, quality between the teams is not big, It means to, depends of the moment, depends of the physical condition of the player, depends of the moment or some of the guys who can do something individual, who can change the game, and this is normal in the beginning of the championship. And how I said in the previous hour speaking that we didn't have a good, we didn't have a lot of time to do the pre-season how we want to do. I speak about me, and I'm sure that other coaches gets the similar problem because of the situation with the COVID, because of the quarantine of the players, because of a lot of things what it was not usually in this year. But okay, this is the part of our job, and we need to adapt as fast as possible with this condition and to work.
And tomorrow's game against Newport, obviously it's a team in League Two. Is maybe the mentally going into the game, the mental frame of mind, sort of the biggest challenge for your side?
Yes, first of all, you need to respect every team. Doesn't matter which category is this team. If you don't respect, you cannot win. And this is what I ask from my player, is to respect the team. But normally when start the game, we need to show our ability and our quality to win the game. If we don't do it, we will not win the game. Our target is to pass in the next round and to win the game, and now we need to work on this way to prepare the game, and we work with the player last 2-3 days with these guys who will play the game, and I expect from them to be serious from the first until the last second of the game to do their job on the best way.
Have you been practicing penalties?
No.
Still?
No. Okay, maybe I should do it, but to be honest, I didn't practice this.
Just a couple more. Etienne Capoue has been linked with a move to Valencia. Is there any truth in that?
I cannot give you answer about that. Believe me, I don't know.
Okay. And Ismaïla Sarr, there's reports that Liverpool have made a bid. Do you find this all sort of distracting, all this transfer speculation? Do you think it's affecting the player?
How I understand, the player is available to play, and player is very mobile in every practice, and he's the guy who will be with us. If he don't do some movement to move in some other club, he will be available to play. He's positive character, positive mentality, and I'm satisfied with his ability and with his work, what he doing every day here with us.
And just finally, James Garner, you're voicing James Garner from Manchester United. What sort of qualities do you think he can add to the side and going forward?
Listen, this is one of the most talented players in England, and everybody knows a lot of things about him. That means he's coming from one big club, and he's passed all the academy of this club, and this is a quality player with the ball. He knows how to move the ball fast. He think fast. This is very important. That means I'm sure that he will help us in the future.
Is there a chance that he could be a permanent signing at the end of the season, or is that not an option at the moment?
He's a good signing for the club. That means he's giving me one option more in this position, and how I said, I expect and other guys and other two positions what we're looking for, and I believe that we will have these players as fast as possible with us to work and to be able to play.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You okay?
Hi, I'm okay, thank you.
Can I just ask about the under-23s and how big a gap there is between some of those players who are likely to play tomorrow night, how far off they might be from playing at a championship level, and whether you can kind of bridge that gap, because there seems a massive difference.
Listen, I believe that for all of them who coming from under-23, it's a big step, big challenge to come to work with the first team first of all, and after we have some of them who work with us last 2-3 weeks. And this is the guy guys who work hard. This is the guys who try to do everything what I'm asking from them, and I'm satisfied with their ability and with their working every day here with us. That means now I understand your question that if it's a big gap between them and between the players who play and who is in the first team, listen, these guys need to learn, need to grow close to the experienced players, and day by day they learn something new. what I mean something new about the tactics, something new about the techniques, something new about the way how we want to play, and they are on the. This is the player who want to work, who want to learn, and everything is depends on them. If they show me that they are quality and they can be part of the first team, I like to work with the young players, and all of them will have a chance.
Ken Sema had to do a job for you on Saturday. How did you think he did in that slightly defensive role?
Ken Sema, he played this position in the previous year in Udine. He was the guy who covered all the left side. That means I know that he's the player who can do it. He can play in the other position. That means it's very good when you have one player who can play 2 or 3 different positions. But in the last game, 2 days ago, I didn't have a solution, and I should use him in the left back. Okay, he's did a good job. His previous 2 games he played in the other position, but he's shown me that he's first of all a good character, a professional guy, and he's adapted as fast as possible in his new position here in Watford FC. His old position in the previous club, and he's did his job correctly. Yes.
Is tomorrow night's game a good chance for you to see James Garner have some more minutes for him to then try and get into your team for Saturday?
Yes, he's the guy who is one of the candidates to play tomorrow. He can be in lineup. He can start the game from the bench. We will see. We will decide until tomorrow what's going to happen and who will be in the lineup. Yes, but he's the guy who is one of the players who I count on him, and he can be starter and tomorrow and on Saturday. It's now depends. We speak now about the game for tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow we play a cup game, and I decide 18 players, 17, 18 players who will be with me tomorrow in this game. He's one of them.
And I mean, this Saturday's game, I know we'll look ahead to it later in the week, but does that have any bearing on your mind that it's a local derby and you as a player?
I prefer to think game by game. I don't want to, believe me, I don't think now about the game for Saturday because it's second game. First game is game tomorrow against Newport, and it means in my mind it's just this game.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Vladimir.
Thank you.
James, are you going to grace us with vision?
I'm afraid my camera's not working.
Oh, you may have done us a favour, I don't know. Far away, sir.
Yeah, sorry. So, following the Sheffield Wednesday game, obviously it was a 0-0. I mean, do you think, as a squad regroup, is there a confidence going into the Newport game tomorrow?
You get a confidence first of all, in football it's not easy to get a confidence. Okay, the confidence you should take it game by game, day by day. And normally when you have a good result, you can expect that the team will have a confidence. Normally, I believe that we are working on this to build the confidence to the team. How I said, it's the beginning of the championship. It's beginning of the season. To have confidence, it's not easy to have confidence immediately when the season starts, but day by day we can improve this confidence, and we work on this to team have the confidence, to each of the players who is on the pitch and who will come from the bench to have confidence. It's not easy to create, not for me, for no one, but this is the target of all of us.
Where are you going? Subscribe first.